Okay, so we just explored some bottom positions, right? And different guards that you can use to defend yourself with your legs, right? But we talked about the progression of jiu-jitsu and me working past my opponent's legs to then get on top, right? And we spoke about this mount position already, and you guys can refer back to that if you want to know some techniques here. But as far as exploring other positions that help maintain control over my bottom opponent, right, will be as follows here. So this is our mount position. If I can swing my leg over the top of my opponent and sit through, I'm now on the side of them, okay? We call this scarf. Our elbow plays nice and tight, and I typically look to get some sort of grips on my opponent's upper body, right? This is one variation of being on top of someone. Another one could be the side control. Rather than me rest on my hip with my legs wide for a good base, we actually go to our knees. So I turn over to both knees with my legs wide, right? In jiu-jitsu, we're always keeping a good base so we don't fall over, okay? And we use the seatbelt here, okay? And just like we use the seatbelt in back control, we can use this seatbelt on top of them as well to give them a good squeeze and keep them down, okay? And lastly, our other position is gonna be the north-south. Okay, keep in mind, these legs are our enemy, and Dylan's always trying to get these legs back in front of me, right? So he could use closed guard, butterfly, half guard, all the other guards we spoke about. I personally like the north-south because it puts you as far away from my opponent's weapons as possible. And that's simply by going from our seatbelt and switching our arms opposite and just moving my legs away from his, okay? That north-south position comes in good handy when my opponent has a really good guard, okay? So again, those variations for top pins are our scarf position, legs wide, I have an underhook, I have an overhook, okay? Trying to apply rib cage pressure by pushing off the ground, okay? Now, my next step is if my opponent's trying to shrimp, like we spoke about in the warm-ups, I wanna make sure they don't go anywhere. So we reach under their head, give them a good squeeze, and go to our knees, okay? But if my opponent's really good and they start to move and try and get these legs in front, it's important I switch my hands and I move away from their legs and hide my head nice and low, okay? So your variations in top positions that will become familiar faster than others are the mount, that scarf position, side control, and north-south. And for the bottom positions, it's going to be closed guard, half guard, and butterfly guard.